Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I thought I would share with you how I went about transforming this old rustic cabinet which I got from a friend of mine into a farmhouse themed cabinet. So stick around and let's get started. So to get started, I went ahead and took off all the hardware of this cabinet because I wanted to give it a fresh coat of paint. Once I was done taking off all of my hardware, I then went ahead and used Rust-Oleum spray paint in the color black and gave my hardware 2 coats of spray paint. So guys, here's a quick tip on how to go about spray painting those tiny objects such as nails and screws. All you got to do is get a foam board. Any type of board that you can stick your nails on would do, and then you just go ahead and spray paint it. It's so simple and quick and easy to do. Now for the next step guys, all you got to do is start sanding. Here I'm using my orbital sander which I've already got in hand. But if you do not have an electric sander like I do, you could always sand it manually. However guys, make sure you always mask up before you start sanding. So I went ahead and gave this unit a good thorough sanding, and afterwards I wiped it down clean using a damp cloth. Now my cabinet is all cleaned up and ready for a coat of paint. So guys, I went about giving this unit 2 coats of paint. However, the paint I used was out of the ordinary. I didn't use chalk paint that you normally use on furniture. I went ahead and used paint that you use on walls just to see whether I could get that same effect and to see whether it will be a cost-effective way of using paint. Surprisingly, this method using wall paint on furniture worked out perfectly. I got the same results as I would use chalk paint. However guys, at this stage you could go ahead and use the actual chalk paint that you use on furniture. I just wanted to give it a try to see whether this technique would work with any type of furniture, and for me it really does work. So it's all depending on your choice of paint. So once I was done applying my 2 coats of paint, I set it aside to dry for a couple of hours. So guys, my cabinet is all dry now. However, for this next step, I decided to go ahead and use a piece of plywood which I've already got in hand and use it as a backing halfway through my cabinet. So I went about using this plywood which I've already got in hand and cut it to size. Afterwards, I used contact paper which I've also got in hand and applied it onto my plywood. At this stage guys, you could use any type of contact paper with a pattern, a design, color, anything you've got in hand and anything you desire to put onto this backing. Once I was done applying my contact paper, I went ahead and used my nail gun and nailed it in place. Remember guys, don't forget to always put on your safety gear when you're handling electric tools. So at this stage, my cabinet is almost done, but it still doesn't have that rustic look I'm after. So I decided to go ahead and use an antique glaze which is also from Rust-Oleum, and I applied it onto the entire cabinet to get that look I'm after. Once I was done glazing, I gave it a little bit of a sanding and wiped it down clean. Now my cabinet is all done, and now it's time to fix up the doors and put on the hardware. So guys, this is how my rustic farmhouse theme cabinet turned out. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Please give this video a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. So stick around